Well, hello everybody. I'm Dr. Stuart Hoover along with Trevor Gregg. We want to welcome you to our MiriVita live webinar this evening, and we are going to be doing a little bit different format tonight. We're going to be taking some questions and answers. Tonight is your night to ask us some questions. You know, we get a lot of stuff coming in here every day, people emailing and calling. So, you know, Trev, I thought it was a good idea for us to take some time and answer some questions tonight. So
absolutely.
As you guys will see that are logged on, if you're new to our webinar format, we do have a chat room that is open on to the left. So if you've registered, you're in the live webinar now, you'll see the chat room over on the right. So as we're going through our webinar this evening, just feel free to type your questions in there. We'll get to as many of them as we can. We did compile kind of a short list of some questions that we just get on a daily basis around here that we're going to go through. But Trev, I think we'll just get started, and I'll kind of do my part first and cover some of the product stuff and answer some of those questions, and then we're going to turn it over, and Trevor's going to take you guys through a real short overview of our website, kind of some of the tech stuff, I call it, that you're a lot better at than I am. So, but anyway, I want to kind of go through, and you know, one of the questions we've got coming in right now, and this is probably a real common question I think we get a lot, Trevor, is, you know, how often should I take the daily? Let's think about that for a minute. So, you know, the name really says it all, folks. You know, it's not real complicated, but, you know, the daily product was really designed to be used every day. And it amazes me, even in my clinic sometimes, how many people will ask me, well, should I be using this every day, every other week?
How did you come up with the name?
Well, you know,
daily?
It was I hired a whole marketing team. We spent a lot of money, but, you know, really what it all came down to was, you know, creating a name that really was just synonymous with how the product should be used. And I couldn't think of anything simpler.
How often should you take it?
It's a daily product, Trev.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It needs to be used every day. So it's pretty simple. And last week, I believe it was last week, I did put together a short webinar on our daily product. We're actually getting ready to do one on the Slim and the Recharge, but I really took a little bit of time and went through that. So if you haven't watched that, I really encourage you to go to our YouTube site. I believe it's up on our YouTube channel, and you can watch that and learn more about the daily. But folks, it's real simple. You use the daily. It's a 1 ounce serving per day. So what you want to do, and best way to use it, is a ½ ounce in the morning as soon as you get up or with breakfast, and try to do a ½ ounce midday. And it's really easy to kind of measure out right in this little measuring chamber here. So it's a 1 ounce serving per day. Okay. Yeah, it's a daily product. So, but another question we've got coming in actually has to do with the Slim and Recharge. So let's cover that real quick too, because a lot of people are using both of the products. You know, our daily, again, folks, is a daily product. You use that to provide all those essential vitamins, minerals, and things that we're needing on a daily basis. And our Slim Plus product is our metabolic product to help those that are wanting to lose some weight, really help get kind of burn off some of the extra fat, especially this time of year that we've kind of built up through the winter time. And the Slim, the way we recommend using this is to do 1 ounce twice a day. You can actually mix it with the daily. You do your ½ ounce of daily, mix 1 ounce of the Slim in with it, and also do 1 ounce with a ½ ounce of daily at noon. And that's really what we found works the best to help support metabolism. And, you know, Trev, we just, on a daily basis, are just getting some great testimonials.
Yeah, and you know, if you want to lose weight, just metabolic support as well as adrenal support. So it's great for, I mean, all uses.
Absolutely. Well, I was doing an event here in Springfield today, and a young lady was there talking about her stamina. She said, you know, I've taken a lot of products that, you know, one, I didn't really feel a lot, or I did take it and I just felt kind of jittery, kind of jacked up for a little bit. And she said, what I've really noticed, you know, with doing that combination is her stamina was just so much better throughout the day. And that's really what it's designed to do, is help support your metabolism so you can get that better energy, leveled out energy throughout the day. So a ½ ounce of the daily morning and 1 ounce of the Slim, and then a ½ ounce of the daily and 1 ounce of the Slim at noon. That's absolutely the best way. And while we're talking about it, I'll just go ahead and address our Recharge product, our sleep product. And, you know, a lot of people, Trev, have sleep issues. I know you've benefited from this product
definitely
quite a bit.
All three, but yes, definitely.
All three, but this has been a winner. But The sleep product, what I recommend is people to start with a dropper full to a full dropper full right before bed. And as you begin to feel calm, you begin to feel sleepy, go to bed. That's the easiest thing. And a question I get a lot is people will say, well, I'm sleeping better, but I'm still waking up in 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. And my recommendation is to take another dose, a half dropper full to a dropper full. And when you wake up, and usually you'll go back to sleep in about 15 minutes. And these two products, the Slim and Daily, Trevor, are really designed to just be used as an adjunct to the daily product. If you're wanting to help your metabolism lose some weight, you need to improve your sleep. They're really designed to be used short term to help kind of get you in a more natural energy rhythm. So hopefully that kind of answers the questions on our usage. Now, another question we have is, can I use this product with my children? The daily product was actually designed to be used with children and adults. So you'll notice on the back there's a little teaspoon measuring area. And what we recommend is using a teaspoon per 20 pounds of body weight for your children. It doesn't really matter how old they are. I've used this product with really, really young kids, and they benefit. I heard a wonderful story today from a mom that has her children using the product, and they noticed this year they haven't been sick. With all the kids sick in school and stuff, they're coming home, they're not sick anymore. So it does really help support the immune system. Another question we have, and this is a big one, Trevor, we get a lot, is what does the date mean on the bottle? A lot of people call in and they'll see a date on the bottom of the bottle. Sometimes it's stamped or there's a sticker on there, and they think that it's expired. And these are what we call born-on dates. So as soon as the product is manufactured, we have that stamped, so we know the date that it was born. And because this is an all-natural product, it doesn't have a long shelf life on it. It needs to be used within 6 to 8 months because it's an all-organic product. And the way we have our products being, manufactured, I think, is really important to share, because we really plan on turning this product over really every month. And that's right. How we have it manufactured. We don't manufacture it, in tens of thousands of units per month sitting in a warehouse somewhere. We pretty much know what that turnover is going to be in 4 weeks. So that ensures the freshness of the product.
Right, and that's exactly what we're trying to, everything we do is portraying with freshness and natural products, and so that's exactly what we're trying to do with that.
Yeah, but that's a great question on there. So folks, that's not an expiration date, it's a born-on date. Is it important to keep it refrigerated? It really is shelf stable, but once the product is open, that little foil cap is broken. When air gets into the product, by refrigerating the product, it really slows the oxidation process down, because being a whole food product, it's just like food. When you open up something and you start eating it, you got to refrigerate it. So we do recommend that you do keep it in the refrigerator, and definitely don't leave it in your car. Let it get real hot.
Which kind of leads into the nature of the bottle and our whole process with that. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of get into that with
our funny bottle.
Our funny bottle.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about our event I was at today. People, especially if there's gentlemen there, they always poke fun at our bottle, like, that looks like something I would use to put, in my engine of my car. Yeah, exactly. Well, but if you were putting it in your Sea-Doo or your engine of your car, you were doing it because it was good for it, right?
Right.
Exactly. So
what do you need? What does a car need or a Sea-Doo need? It needs fuel.
That's right.
Good stuff.
That's right.
Does your car run better with better fuel? Yes.
Absolutely. So it's a good analogy, and it really is a functional bottle. When we thought out the design on the bottle, being that this is 100% organic, and knowing that the clock is ticking really after it's manufactured, the way this bottle is designed is it actually fills from the bottom up. So when you open this cap up and you pop the seal, you squeeze the bottle, you can actually see this fluid coming up, and it fills into that chamber. What this does is it forms an airlock, which really retards the oxidation so the product doesn't break down too quick. So there was actually a lot of thought that went in it, but I think it's kind of cool that it resembles, one of those kind of oil bottles. So we get a lot of good fun with that. So.
It really is. It's clean, and rather obviously we think our products are better, but juicing or doing something else, you know, this is simple. It's one thing in your fridge.
Right.
You squeeze it, comes out, you drink it, you're good.
Well, I'll tell on all of us here because I think this is so funny. I'll come in and a lot of times we'll go in the kitchen here at our corporate office, and everybody's going in the fridge, grabbing their bottle, they're shaking it up. It's really important to shake it up. They pop the lid, squeeze it up, and then they just tip it up.
Right.
And you know, if it's a single user, it's great because you don't even have to dirty a glass. I mean,
Yeah.
it actually has the glass or dispensing mechanism right here. So, and that's pretty much how we use it here at the
never
clinic.
dirtied a glass.
I love it. I love it. So, a couple more questions, and we're going to turn it over and start talking about some of the technical things. How long will the product last once it's opened? Really, folks, especially our daily, it's designed to be used every day. And it never ceases to amaze me, especially in my clinic. I'll have people little call and say, you know, I opened this product up and it's been in my fridge for 6 months. Is it still good? Well, it doesn't go bad. I want you to understand that. We've actually tested product that is years old that we manufactured. We always hold some product back and we test it. We do what we call mycology testing to make sure there's no bacteria and things building up. And we found the product's totally safe, but what happens is it starts losing its potency. You know, just like anything natural. You know, as soon as you bite it, you eat it, you break it, you harvest it, it starts breaking down. So, folks, it's really designed to be used within 30 to 60 days. You know, I like to say 30 to 45 days. But you know, if you've got product sitting around that long, it's not doing you any good in the fridge. It's only going to do good if you put it in your body. That's kind of the rule of thumb there. So probably take 2 more questions here. I noticed if I take the product too late, I don't sleep as well. And this is kind of relating to more to the Slim. I know we've had that question a few times, but even the daily. It's best to use these products morning and noon, probably no later than 3. I know some people can take it late, it doesn't bother them, but because our products are designed to help with glucose regulation and energy production, we don't want the body really going into a high energy phase at night. We want it to be settling down. So if you do take it late, there's a lot of methylated B vitamins, a lot of things that do support energy production, and that can actually interfere with your sleep. So it's best to use it morning and noon, you know, as we need more of that energy as we get up and get going and get us through the day. And our last question, Trev, I'm going to take before I turn it over to you. Is it best to use all of the products? That's a great question. It really depends. It depends on a couple of things. You know, if you're really struggling with weight management out there, if you have a lot of energy problems, you know, you don't have to be using our Slim just to lose weight. We have a lot of people that just use the Slim because they love the stamina, the extra energy that's produced from using it. So you can
use the Slim every day, and I'm not looking to lose weight.
Look at Trevor. You know, he's
don't look at me,
lean as can be. So,
but no, I do take it every day, and it's not about losing weight. It's about regulating healthy metabolism.
Right.
What it provides to me and countless others.
Right. So it is a great product. I use both each day, and I'll tell you, Trevor, a lot of times, especially now, as you know, we're a young company and growing, and we're just going, you know, 100 miles an hour all the time. You know, I'll feel my energy kind of just waning a little bit, and a lot of times I'll use the Slim along with the daily. I use the daily every day, but I will add some of the Slim in every now and again, and it just does help with the energy. But you know, if you're really concerned about weight management, we've got a wonderful program by combining the 2 products. Of course, if you have any sleep issues, it's really good to incorporate the Recharge product to help you get into a more balanced sleep pattern. But you know, Trevor, the way we've really designed this program, and we provide a lot of information on nutrition, like our TC365 nutritional and lifestyle program, which we hope our wellness partners out there, and Trevor's going to show you in a few minutes in your back office all these wonderful resources. But one of the first things you want to do is download that TC365 program, and I believe they actually get an email link. Is that correct, Trevor?
Yes.
When you sign up as a wellness partner,
it's also in your back office as well.
Right. Right. So, and plug into that, because you know it isn't all about just the product. You know, we've done a great job simplifying the product, so you're not having to use 5, 6, 7, 10 different products like I see every day in my wellness center. And folks, begin focusing more on your lifestyle, and that's a lot of what we're about here. So, and I think that's pretty much all the questions really that I've seen coming in. We're going to be on here for a little bit longer, so if you're just kind of piping in, take advantage of the chat room, push your questions up. Of course, you can give us a call or email us if you have any questions. But Trevor, anything else you can think of on the product that we maybe need to cover before we move on?
I don't think so. Let's get started on the website.
Well, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Trevor, and he's going to kind of take you guys through a little bit of the technical information here. So, Trevor, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, so if everybody sees the screen, we are just on a test site, and really I'm just going to give a general overview of website introduction, and then we'll open it up to any questions. But as you can see, your replicated website. This is a replicated website that is a test site. This is the URL. This is the website that you would give to a potential customer or someone who's interested that you have that's interested in MiriVita. So, for instance, this particular website, if you can see where I'm scrolling, it's e2h.mirivita.com. And so, for instance, if I wanted my website to be tgreg, I would name it tgreg.mirivita.com, and that's the URL and the website that I would give to someone who's interested in MiriVita and interested in learning more or interested in purchasing products from myself.
And Trevor, that's established during their enrollment process, correct?
That is correct.
Right.
And so when you go through the enrollment process, you establish what your replicated website name is, and that's where that is derived from. So when you establish your website name, in this case it is E2H. That's what you were going to give to potential customers. And so we're going to go ahead and go through. If I'm on E2H and I give that to somebody, then that is your website. And if you're sharing with others, obviously you need to give that to them. But if they are wanting to purchase products, make sure you're not logged in and you're not doing this for them, because we do have that as a problem quite a bit, where people actually log in and try to purchase products for other people, but they're actually purchasing them for themselves. So just to clarify, make sure that you're not logged in if other people are going to your site and you're helping them out with purchasing products. So in this case, I'm not logged in. I'm not clicking that. I'm just going to buy.
So this is like, Trevor, you've got your website. You've told me about these wonderful products, and you've told me to go to e2h.mirivita.com to buy the product. That's where I'm at.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Dr. Hoover is going through, I've given him my website, and he's going through and he wants to purchase there's already something in the cart, but I don't want that yet. So I'm going to click no thanks. And I actually want to purchase a Slim. So I'm going to click on the Slim. And now I'm going to go down to, and they have the option right here in order to add that to their cart. They can either click on the retail price, or they can click on the AutoShip. And so they have that option. You have on every product you have a $5 discount on AutoShip, and I would explain that to any customer or any potential customer that wants to purchase the products. And we're going to go ahead and assume that they do want to sign up with AutoShip, which AutoShip means you're going to receive the product at the same whatever date you decide. You're going to receive that every month. And so, for instance, today, if I want to sign up on the 22nd of May, my AutoShip is going to renew on June 22nd, and it's going to renew with whatever products I choose to set up on AutoShip. And you can cancel that at any time. So there's nothing in there that says you can't cancel. So if you want to sign up for that, great. And if you ever want to change those terms or change the date of that, then you can do so at any time. We're going to go ahead and click on Add to Cart for the AutoShip. And as you notice in the items in your cart on the left, you have an AutoShip activation and the price of $69.99. We're going to go ahead and click on that. We're just going to go through the checkout process really quickly.
So they've gotten a $5 discount right there by signing up for AutoShip.
That's correct.
A great value. Yep.
And as you come to this screen, this is the shopping cart. And right now you can either, you can obviously recalculate if you decide to go for, a dish, say you wanted 2, then you can click where the quantity is, where the brown box is, you can change that to 2, and then, or you can continue shopping and go back to and purchase other products. We're just going to continue checkout at this point. And this is where your customer would they would go to create an account if they haven't come here before. If they have, then they would just put in their username and password. But say they want to create an account. They haven't come to your website before. This is their first time. This is where a customer is going to fill in the registration. They're going to go through and fill in their name. They're going to put in a username for what username they just want as their login. They're going to fill in a password and then fill in all the required information. And then we won't go through that process, but once they do that, then they will have the checkout process, and they will be done with purchasing that product, and then they will be set up with their username and password so they can come back to your site at any time and purchase.
But Trev, this is a good question. We get this question a lot of times from customers calling in, and they go through the shopping cart process and they get to that page that shows log in or create user account, and they get really hung up. We get a lot of people calling going, well, what's my login information? So remember, your first-time customers, explain to them that they're going to need to create an account. That's real important.
Correct. Yes. Now that is one of the big issues, actually, that people see the screen and they think that they're going to give, a wellness partner will give them their username and password. You don't do that. Just have them create an account just like they would at Amazon or any other e-commerce company where you do set up an account. So we have your address, and will you give us the required information so we can send it accurately and contact you if there's any issues with anything. And so right now we've gone through that. If you go through the checkout process, we'll have detailed information on this to where you can go through all this. We're just kind of giving a general overview tonight. So we're going to go back to, if you are a wellness partner, we're going to go back to the home screen. And so if you're looking at the home page, this is on your replicated website, and you want to log in. And then we're going to go just through a couple back office things. You're going to log in. You can save your username and password if you click on Remember Me on this computer. Right now this is saved, so if you didn't have that saved, just type in your username and password. And then just click on Login. And this opens up your back office. And so it's going to show you your back office, place an order, contact information, credit card, manage addresses, communications, which is your email, which is all this information over here, where it shows, other past orders, order history, any messages that come from us regarding your purchases or anything else, as well as a lot of information under your back office that gives you the chance to look at some training tools, some agreements. Here's where, as Dr. Hoover was describing earlier, you can you can see the TC365 and download that there if you haven't already. And then you can see some current promotions as well as sales and marketing tools. For instance, you just click on that, and then we have some stuff in here where, and I apologize for the scrolling here, but you just have some social media templates that you can utilize to share on your own social media accounts and different things.
So Trevor, I want to here too, we get a lot of questions on this about email correspondence. Anytime something's sent out from the company, it always goes in their back office, correct?
Correct.
And then they also get an email that's pushed through to whatever email they put in during registration. So they're really getting notifications twice. So it's really a good idea to me to just go in, daily or at least a couple of times a week into your back office and check that correspondence, see what's been sent out. Maybe it got hit your spam box or something, and you didn't get an email from us, but it's always going to show up in the back office, correct?
That is correct. And in the registration process, and then as well in your when you go into your contact information right here, you can make sure that box is checked to where you're able to receive emails, newsletters, and other items, so that we're able to adequately communicate with you. We don't send a whole lot of stuff, but when we do send stuff, it's important, and we're just trying to share stuff with you. And you can always opt out if you don't think that we're that interesting, or if you don't feel like the information we're providing is useful to you. But I do strongly believe that you will. So you'll be happy that you did click that box. We're going to, and as this is self-explanatory on the left side of the box, as far as placing an order, your contact information, which we'll go into contact information really quickly. This is where you can change, and we put Dr. Hoover in here. This is where you can change your password. If you have anything, you can actually change your username, your date of birth, and then if you click on contact information, you'll actually be able to change your address, as well as some other information as far as your contact information and other things. And so, I know this is kind of basic stuff, but it's extremely important, as well as your social media and other items. And that's, same goes for your credit card accounts. I won't click on that, just in case, Dr. Hoover's personal credit card's in there. Although, I don't know, maybe I should click on that. We might have some interesting calls tomorrow. But, it's self-explanatory, and the little icons kind of explain that as well with, manage your addresses, and then we went through communications, and as well as you can see what your order history is. I will go into AutoShips, and I'll go through this really quickly, and then we'll go through a couple more things and then open it up to any questions that we have. But right now, let's go ahead and add an AutoShip. Let's see what that does. So right now, I want to add an AutoShip. This is for myself. This isn't for any customer. This is what I want. And I'm going to, say I want a recharge. And so I'm going to type in recharge. I want that monthly. It's active. I'm going to click next. I'm going to scroll down and choose what I want. This is the recharge. And as you can see, it's the recharge. It has a SKU ID, which, try to memorize that. That's fine, but you don't have to worry about that. It shows you the price. You're going to click to add, and notice that it's $34.99 because it is an auto ship price, so you do get a $5 discount. So that's highly recommended. I'm going to click to add that. Then I'm going to add the product. So as you'll notice, I do have the recharge. It's set up. You can reconfigure that if you choose, or I'm going to go ahead and click next because I do want to set up my auto ship. And so then you just go through and make sure your billing, shipping, and all that other information is correct, and then you can just go down and set up your, it doesn't look like Dr. Hoover actually put in his credit card, so you will not have the liberty of seeing that right now.
Okay, I guess I need to complete my auto ship.
So he's really sweating right now, but he actually stopped, so that's good. So at least night saved for Dr. Hoover.
Yeah.
And then as far as the shipping method, whatever shipping method that you would like to have on.
And Trevor, that's really important. That's another question we get a lot on, is on the on the shipping, making sure that they're just completing all those different screens there. And sometimes people just get hung up and they just aren't following through and checking each of those things off. So
right. And so the shipping method, if you are currently in the Springfield area, we do have the option of picking up your product.
Right.
And out of town, obviously it has to be shipped. And so just make sure you pick the appropriate box. And I think that is sums up the setting up the auto ship, and then you go through the next screen and then just finish that up, and then you'll be done setting up your AutoShip. It's that simple.
Now, Trevor, this is really, really important for our wellness partners to understand, because a lot of times they'll go ahead and buy their wellness partner package, and they go through the checkout process and they haven't set an AutoShip up. And why is having that AutoShip set up important for the wellness partners?
Well, it's extremely important, and we've recently changed to where we've reduced the cost. We've grown enough to where we can reduce that cost. But as far as your web hosting and if you're a wellness partner, in order to have the replicated website, you need to have the website hosting AutoShip turned on, so that you do have a website and you are able to give that to other people, and you are able to receive rebates on your own personal purchases as well as others.
Right, because that's what activates the commission program, the rebate program, is having the $4.95 web hosting, which again is just a fantastic reduction from where we started out. And the only other requirement is having the one $59 AutoShip, which is a bottle a daily, basically. And as long as those two AutoShips are in place, then you are activated to receive rebates from your customers, from other wellness partners. And that is a question we get a lot. People will go, I didn't get rebates this week, and I had some customers buying, and we'll go in, and what will happen is we'll find out that they don't have their AutoShips turned on.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so real simple, and especially if you're talking to new wellness partners, folks, this is really important as they're going through the checkout process to not only select their wellness partner kit, but as they go through the checkout, that information is right there for them to do the AutoShips.
That's correct. And everyone's taking the daily, and you want to have your website as well. So just make sure those are clicked, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Right.
So,
the daily's daily, so that's a good one to start with.
Daily's daily, so it's easy to remember.
That's right.
Just click on the daily, and
you're done.
We're going to go ahead and go back to the home screen and open it up and see if we have any questions regarding any of that.
Okay, let's just go ahead and toggle back over here. And anything else, Trev, on that we wanted to cover?
I think that's
pretty much it.
Yeah,
okay,
and then
good.
We can see if we have any questions regarding any of that.
Yeah, and those are, I think, some of the things we get probably the most questions about. And the important thing is, especially if you're a wellness partner out there, is know what your unique replicated website ID is. We get a lot of people that will send people to the MiriVita.com site, and they may order a product, and then we have to kind of track back down because they didn't go in through their replicated site. So it's not difficult. It's just new for a lot of people, and there's just a few steps that you got to go through.
Yeah, a couple of the main takeaways from that are definitely to, like you just said, give the replicated website to others, and then when other people are purchasing it, just give them the replicated website. You don't log in, because that will actually go under your personal purchases. So just give them the replicated website. And if they need help walk them through that, or give us a call. We're always here and available to answer any questions you have. But it's self-explanatory once you get through the login process, creating an account, and setting up your AutoShip for your customers. But you may have to walk them through that once, but it's just like ordering on any e-commerce site. It's pretty simple once you get through that.
Well, and it gets simpler the more that you walk people through it. I say it's that repetition,
Exactly.
kind of like taking the daily every day. It just gets easier and easier. So, but great job, Trev, and we'll be covering. I think we're going to be doing some small videos that are going to go through some of the technical aspects of the site that we'll have up in the back office that'll help you out. And again, it's important just to stay plugged in. If you're a wellness partner with us, go in your back office, explore. You can't hurt anything. Get in there, check it out. Just stay in the loop, because you'll see a lot of good information. Trevor's great about just pushing out great relevant information, and we're really, I think, moving into just a very fun stage of this company here the next month or so. We've got a lot of things going on. We're going to be bringing a lot more resources into our site to help our wellness partners out there as they're growing their MiriVita business. So there's this fun stuff. We got a lot of things coming up here in Springfield.
There are. We're doing a lot of fun stuff, and a lot of wellness partners are doing a lot of fun stuff.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's getting exciting.
We are traveling around and showing up in a lot of different places. And if you're here in Springfield, or you're within striking distance, or you want to fly in to the corporate office and take advantage of meeting the wellness partners and our corporate leaders here and our corporate staff, we'd love to have you come in. But we're going to have a bunch of events going on in Springfield in June to really kind of kick things off. So, well, Trevor, I'm not seeing any other. I think we've probably answered a lot of the questions that have come in tonight. So I think we'll probably start wrapping this up, and just people just stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff coming out. We want to wish everybody just a wonderful and safe Memorial Day weekend holiday that's coming up, and you guys just enjoy the weekend. And I'm sure we'll be back on doing another webinar here in probably another week or so.
Sounds great, folks.
Okay,
Thanks
take
for
care,
joining
guys.
us.
Take care.